Hello, hello. I wanted to play something different this evening. Plus, I couldn't think of something. I was going to play it on my own. And then I thought, nah. I want something fun to play. Hopefully it's going to be fine. Just making myself a coffee. All good. I'm going to see what this is all about over there, like little thing to see. I feel like someone just narrating my life. There we go. Stanley! Never the end is never the end is never the end. Loading! I feel like
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
okay. All right.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hello?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, where's the meeting room? Support officers. Oop. Sorry. How the mighty have fallen. Okay. Do. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, I want to look here first. So it's a fair bright room. Where's all the furniture gone? Go left or right? Left or right? I'll do what you said.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
To push for funding. R&D. Hello. Oh, that door opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I want to look for one broom. That is a cool broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I go down?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Well,
All
drink.
because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
I haven't, no.
maybe I am
I've always heard about it,
crazy.
but never actually
All of my
played
co-workers
it before.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
I'm
for
looping.
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
We're looping.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did
Where are my
doors
feet?
close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Dreaming.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Will it
He
end at
wasn't
some
going
point?
to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the
Whee!
ground. Then he imagined
hit my head off
himself
the door frame.
soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
It's never ending.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I don't feel like I am.
Speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was
wanna
in
get
fact
a
a
lift.
dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he
my
invited
eyes.
himself to wake up.
Oh,
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
I see stuff.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Not anymore.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
I don't have me over.
I want my apartment and my wife
this
and
one.
my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Pushing buttons.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Am I? I'm still here. I think. I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay. Maybe I do go up the stairs.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Yes,
And
that's me.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
All right.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Well, I'm not.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So did you call the ambulance? No? Okay. Guess I just go... Okay. This narratives or whatever you want to call it, sounds like a TV show. That's boring, and there's a lot of them, so at least a little meta.
All of his co-workers were
Oh,
gone.
I'm just going to have some
What
fun
could
now,
it
I'm messing it up.
mean?
Well,
Stanley
not
decided
listening.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
maybe the door on the right this time. I wonder what that does.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No,
This was not the
I
correct
want
way to the
the
meeting
right
room,
one.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm going to go off the
But
books.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, not this way. I want to go this way. Let's see what... If I
Stanley
kill
was
myself
so bad
again.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
Can I
but
actually jump?
you all this time. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Okay.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Well, I want to explore first. I'll explore. And you narrate. All right.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
All right. Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Hey,
running and
Sickles.
running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Okay.
Here, let me show you.
They both. There's nothing. Hey, am I gonna fall? Hello?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space. Ooh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with
down
this
here?
place. Stanley, no, wait. Where are you going?
I got back. Oh, I wouldn't. I want to explore this.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What happened to the jump? I'm gonna jump!
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
A little darker now. Let's go for that door. That's just not really a door, is it? It's just a wood. I'm gonna do it!
No!
Oh! My knees.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
What happens if I do it again?
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Okay, okay. Let's go back to the other room. We go back in here.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Pretty. Trippy. Anything gonna happen? Do I just... Do I just go back to the stairs? Endless
Stanley,
happiness.
Go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Sit there and be happy for the rest of my life. I can't just sit there
You
for a
just
couple
not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I can't just stand there, man. Unless you got some drugs for me. Ah!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I don't wanna.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Our dialogue keeps changing. What?
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
So this is the final one. I guess because I don't know if it's just a dead end and I've just got to go this way. What?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alright, so... See, there was also a blue door I could have went through.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'll listen to it for a
Stanley
bit now.
came to a set of two open
Left.
doors. He entered the door on his left.
Don't these open on the right? They're just a broom cupboard one.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The broom closet.
Oh no,
Okay,
not
okay.
again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm
Okay,
not going to say
okay.
anything at all. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, this is fancy. Ooh. To Rich, it's a crime to commit crimes, isn't it, Rich? Can I go to the toilet? Nope. Okay. He's a huge.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm guessing the broom closet ones ever keep going there. Looks like I could fall down it. Oh no. Okay. Did we just fall down? Oh. I thought I'd have to call the lift, but it was already there. It's just very dark. Where are we going? Maybe it's just a bank holiday. No one's in.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
All right. Okay. Sparky, Sparky.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Mind control.
Mind control facility.
But then this is escape. I don't like the way that says that.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Can I go back?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But I want to know what's going to kill me. Come on, there's got to be loads of endings. We got to see everyone. I know every path.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ooh, death. Is that just a drop? Wait. Okay. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Right.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Ooh. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you
did I just finish it?
Created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay, yeah, I guess. So it's just like the main ending already. Do I just go back somewhere to start again? What is this? Maintenance room. There's all these places I have not been yet, probably. Warzone, early development. Okay. I'm in a museum of credits. Exit. Could.
Oh, look at these two. How
Yeah.
they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Yes.
How they both wish to be free.
I guess you just do each one of you.
Can you see?
A little bit more each
Can
time.
you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay. I get what you're saying. You just want me to do that. Right. So that was up there, but I didn't go to the mind control room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But then I've also got the other way with the blue door. So maybe I'll...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I
and
want to,
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
see what's in that blue door.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, so I've also got that way, but... Was it this? That is summer.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Then can we
really,
also go
I'm
through that door?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been...
What?
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
Need a
I
card.
really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
That was close.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't know what happens if I actually fall down to the bottom of there. Is it instant death or...
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I want to go for the blue one.
Aha, perhaps you
Hey.
misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door!
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to
Yes.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. Do you see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would
Okay.
have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real
got
critical feedback here.
straight in the
of
middle.
course, a 3.
In the middle.
Really? Maybe
Yeah.
next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does
Yeah,
that
it's on
sound
Charter.
good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here,
I'll put you down to
based on
1.
the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Okay. Right. I want to go this way. Ah!
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm just going to let the baby go. Burn, burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's going to happen. Is it just going to stick on this? No?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Maybe.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
All right, give me a minute. Is this the Firewatch one? I've never actually played it. Right there. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Oh, that's nice and peaceful.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay. Divisional game?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
I'm going to be back in it.
Wonderful. See,
Rocket
this
League.
is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
All right.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay,
Yeah.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Okay. Oh, I can go faster. Hey, wait, what, I don't know what team I'm on.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I don't know
Is
what-
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley,
No.
I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I
Yeah.
can try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Some of them are going to go on their own.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yeah.
Having fun?
Yep.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game,
All
and what
right.
I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am
Okay.
structure.
I'm
I'm
gonna
your
jump down
sense
this.
of purpose. And
Can
since
I?
you decided you didn't want to play my game...
Bye.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have...
Nice and quiet. Well, I fell again. Hello. This is creepy. Hello. A light. Go to the light. There's more in there. Oh. Hello.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Is it going to stick like this till I... Oh, dear. Okay. Phone's ringing. Phone's up. It's not that one, it's a...
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. Do. What's this? This stuff happening every time. I don't remember that. I feel like things are changing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So if we go left up to the office again, do the mind control. But we are going to go back into the broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I will see you again soon.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Anything changed in here? Gonna flush. Ooh. Business. Up and down. Ooh, is this good? Take us. I thought I was go for the mind control room, and then all of a sudden I'm going somewhere else. Down. Beep. Huh?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began while Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Uh-huh.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
All right. It doesn't go anywhere. I had a lift before. Okay, so we'll go for the mind control this time. And not get squashed. But then we'll see what happens on this one.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
The bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, I do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What is mine, like 4-2? That one? I can't remember the number now. Was it 4-2-2? So 4-2-3.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Awaiting input. I mean...
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
5.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Ooh, power surge.
Anyway, I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
No!
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
All right.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. but I'm enjoying this so much.
Me too.
You
Just
know
trying to
what?
work out.
To hell
Oh,
with it.
there's some
I'm
numbers.
going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are
Is it
precious
safe?
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on
Screen
every
to-
little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones.
This
Or maybe
shit.
this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I wanted to blow
But
up.
here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here,
That's
just you
one-
being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Boom. And we start again. Okay.
I
Oh,
can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
well, my delivery's come. Number one, Dad. Okay, got them.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. Let's go and explore. That's what I never got. What's the delivery of the phone or the new content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I'm just going to keep
so far it's
stumbling
an-
around, see what happens.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
You're just going to keep me in here?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
When I got in that car, then I thought it was like in a Five Nights at Freddy's or something. It's like, what's going to happen?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Let's go look at it. It's just a warehouse, man.
All right, let's see. It's The jump circle?
Boing, 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 boing. Jumping, jumping. Boing, 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 boing. One more. It won't let me jump anymore.
Is that it? Surely
Maybe.
that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Ooh, another.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever
The
it is.
whiteboard.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me,
It's all
why
right.
don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, we go back. Wait, we're not back. I hate Mondays too.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Weirdo. Okay. Where are we now?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I don't remember all, but I remember that so far.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's down here? Maintenance for the memory zone. Okay. Guess we're going this way. I thought we were going back.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Uh-huh. I thought we're going back this way.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh, not
Surely
the
these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not the Steam ones. Not the Steam ones.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
We've got one over here.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory
that one's
to have
alright,
to hold
but
on to.
it's upside down.
These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
It's a lot of reviews.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I thought I was going to get some really, really bad Steam reviews, like the stuff you're like,
What's
what?
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video
I just heard someone breathe.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps...
Skip him again.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go...
Pink.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on.
Skip.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Okay.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley.
Let's check again. Check again.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
I'm going to press it again.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
Skip.
Me just... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Nope. Has the voices in my head gone? Ah, freedom, peace and quiet. They just keep skipping till I die. The clock fell off the wall. Bing!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack
Skip.
of...
Hello? Any magical doors? Guess we're just gonna keep skipping away, wasting our life away.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Pipes are leaking. Probably be stuck in here now, aren't I, to go back. Okay. What day is it? What year is it? Oh, this is nice. I'll stay here. Is it the end of the... Has everyone died? Nature took back over the planet. I don't like this life. I need to skip again. Hello? Oh no. Oh. Is it actually broken or is it? think it's broke. It's the end. We're just gonna wander off. What happens now? Okay, that was a journey. I don't know how I started. Oh, for the
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I feel like this has gone right the way. I don't remember the big light. But
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to see if I can get in the broom room. The broom room. The broom room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so we're gonna...
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Yep. And then we're gonna go and do the lift. Beep. You don't know if there's a way to get it back. Gotcha. I'm just gonna keep going round and round. Just see what new things come across. This time we are gonna switch the mind control off. But I can also...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The
Bing!
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I do have the strength. This one. Bing!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom. And then we're going to do this one.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from
So
this
now we
very
just
place.
shut
And
it all
as the
down.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terror.
And it's off. Where am I?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
What did I
Unshackled
win?
himself from someone else's
Freedom.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Okay.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he
Peaceful.
needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Freedom. I am no longer
This was
controlled.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I just
Stanley decided
like
to go to
turn
the
it off.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So many other rooms. He wants to go right at the two doors and then go through the room. Yeah, that's the one. And then we'll come back and see if there's any difference there, because that sign wasn't there before.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Because
meeting room.
you go
and
through one
Stanley knew it
door and
perfectly
then
well.
it leads somewhere,
Perhaps
like
he
forget
wanted
the
to
journey,
stop
it's
by
tough to go through
employee
it.
lounge first, just to admire it.
So yeah, we have the one up
The lounge was sublime,
this
a work
hallway.
of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yep.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But there's a button there. Do we do the button? I done the button. I done the button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay. It's left.
Oh, no. No,
Okay.
it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Straight ahead leads to where you go from the left door.
Let's see, we went down...
Oh, yeah,
right,
let's get back on
left,
track.
Down,
With the top.
left, right... Yep, okay, yes.
What,
I've
left or
got
right?
it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ooh, a van. Is it definitely this way?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No!
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The content room's got this.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
It's a lot of
Or
doors.
did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move
No.
the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on.
Wasn't
Why
me.
am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
That is the same room. I'm going through here. Do. So many doors.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Okay, that's them
Do
back
we
out
just-
there.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No, not
I
yet.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Yes.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, that content thing's still gone. There's no doors. You have to...
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yep.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
The door's closed.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
No,
I'm
wait,
wait.
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Okay. This is where I was earlier.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Well, if you don't,
I can't quite
I
recall,
don't.
but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know
What
you
did I
put in
win?
a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank you.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's very simple, but it depends if I want to follow the line. Oh, goes into here. Doo-dum, ba-dum.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into
Sound
being
just a question
via the
mark.
very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay.
the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
It's taking me back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. But we still got a line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Let's go for a little wander.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Let's do this.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Well, if I've got another path I can take with no line. There we go, it's gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
But I want this one.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
The confusion.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be.
The confusion.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
18 minutes now.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
That's...
And the timer stopped?
That's since it means it's true.
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
whatever
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Have we gone back? Okay. Is this a full reset now from that ending?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Yep. But we got this back.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
We're going back this way. Because the neon sign, I don't think was there when we first got there. It was just a door saying new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never the end.
Isn't this far
Okay.
superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okie dokie.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
This way
Now,
to
be
the show
clear,
floor.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Doo-doo.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button says the name of the player that is playing the game. All right.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I am
Just
Jim.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, what? Jim. Whoa, hold on.
Okay.
I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just
Okay,
a
I am
stupid
Jim.
button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine you're... All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Fine. I'll go look at your other features.
Maybe I'll only let people
What's in
named
here?
Jim play the Stanley Parable. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
There's an infinite hole. Free achievement. Get in here. Pull the lever. See if you're a new achievement. No more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you're... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I am going for the hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Is it down here? Screenshots there. Falling. Opening.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
I'm going to do it.
A hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I want to stay.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
I'm going to keep him talking.
We do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Because it's the bottom. I want to see if it ends.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yes.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Okay.
If
Fair
that
enough.
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. Let's go. There's more stuff up there. Does that go anywhere? That's blocked off. Blocked off. Doom, 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 doom. There's more to the hole. Look, go back down here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I wanted that one. Alright, we'll go.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Yes, we're going back down the hole. I want to see what happens. I'm going to keep going down. I'm a simple guy and I just want to fall again. Whee!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
No!
I really do have so much... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
It's getting shorter and shorter.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
Okay.
Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shape of... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's broke.
Is the
No!
teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
It don't work.
Still nothing?
Stuck in a little hole.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You
No.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Well, I'll stay in my hole.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
I can sit here.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Bye-bye. I will stay in my hole. I am not leaving. Meeting at 2 p.m. Huh? Hello? Infinite fun. What's gonna happen? Ooh. Goodbye. Goodbye. Cool shot. I'm in my hole with my imagination. I'm just a guy in a hole. G as well. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum-ba-bum. Change your reality. Puppies? upside down. Hello.
Stanley? Stanley?
Leave me alone.
Stanley!
Oh,
Oh, good,
Yeah.
you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Okay.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Doodle pip. I will wait. I would like the original music. That was. Oh. No, no, no. I want my hole. I'm.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Let's go check out the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it
Mostly
engendered a
infinite full.
chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
No
Well,
bucket.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I want the bucket. I have the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
I'm
must
taking it with
already
me.
be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm keeping the bucket. It's my bucket now. Mine.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Jump circle. Mostly infinite hole. Well, nicely changed it. Collectibles. Is that over here? Ooh, pretty.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't
Really?
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Thank you.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What is this over here?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Oh.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Fair enough. Get in there. Match. We've done everything. What's... We've done that. Trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, there's a few. Office. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll return at some point. But it's up there. Going up here. And I'm keeping that bucket. My bucket.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep. I don't even remember how we got here. Ooh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version
2. I've got two holes. I've got two holes.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Okay.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Is it gonna be?
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number
a bold title screen.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Holy
Orders came
bucket.
to him through a monitor on his desk, telling
Yep.
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Could be.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Take that back. Okay,
He
yeah,
had been
fun.
at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
Metal
had
Gear
arrived
Solid
on the
2.
monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. Let's see what happens if it's all...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We got the balloons, so... Could be back at the start, just... Got
Stanley
balloons.
felt the bucket calling to him, begging him
Bucket.
to pick it up.
Where was
Why
it?
was he not doing
Oh,
it?
there it is.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got my bucket back.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
Yes.
his boss's office. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can
Wants
feel
the
that,
bucket?
can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
It is.
You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
It's my bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
I thought that had a face on it then. Can we just sit in here?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a
Yes.
wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in.
Go on, then.
I'll
Off you
see
go.
you outside,
Go on.
and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay, bye. Bye. Don't leave me. my room now. It's my bucket room. Not too sure. I was clicking around. I never. Not really. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Can I go on the same path here but with a bucket? If that is locked.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Was that a chat?
The bucket knew all along?
I was thinking, was that two, wasn't it?
Guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Ooh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I sure will. Okay. Now, do we go to the mind control room or...
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Do we go that way or do we go back to the escape way and get lost in that other place? I don't know.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
But there's nobody in the office.
Bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Bink.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Let us go.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
3.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let me check at this before they had numbers on the computers. Just they're all them ones, but I didn't understand the coloured bit of it. No, unless I bring down the system with the bucket.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Let's do it.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Ah, yeah, so.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil
so it took us out this way.
mind-control
We just have a
machine.
bucket with us
Freedom
instead.
was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and
It's broke.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No!
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Where are we? Oh. Is there anything actually in the room? Nope. I think I'll leave it here and carry on another day. Have a bit more fun. The sequel is now paused. And then, yeah, it's been fun. Fun getting trapped in a loop and going different directions and stuff. So I'm going to finish up here. Thanks for stopping by, folk. And hopefully it was all right on a nice chilled Sunday evening. Yeah, I'm going to come back to this. I might actually just download the stream and just put it on YouTube. I think I'll do that. So leave you to it. Go back to work tomorrow. Bye-bye.